There's this girl that I talk to in a Discord server occasionally, and we get along for a little bit. It's like one of those Discord servers where you just like hang out and talk about it. I don't really use that Discord that much in the first place, but in this server, she frequently complains about you know not having a boyfriend or just being lonely, and using places like Discord or like Reddit or whatever as sort of alternatives. And I asked her, why exactly? Like, why haven't you considered about going outside? Okay, and that sounds blunt, but yeah. But like I said, going outside and doing something about it. And she's afraid, and she makes all kinds of excuses. But the thing about it is that you really want, really you really want to do that, like, don't you? And every single time that she said that, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get myself a boyfriend. I'm gonna do it. The next day, it's her on the vent channel, saying the exact kind of stuff. And I recently got sick of this, so I just left the Discord server. But it sort of made me think about, you know, why are these people? Why are these people? Most of these people are bark no bite. And the thing about it is, I can't really talk about anything because I'm that kind of person as well. But the thing about it is that there's a heavy problem that comes with saying that you're going to do something, because when you say or at least anticipate about doing something, your mind already comes up in a sort of way that, oh yeah, I already did that, so I want to go, like, let's say for example, I want to walk my dog. Example, if I think about walking my dog enough, my brain is going to think that I did it when I didn't, so it's not going to do anything about it. And it's not our brains being like restarted or anything like that. It's just how our minds work, because our mind is always about efficiency. If somebody always says to themselves or anticipates of doing stuff but they never come to it, the reason why is they always feel completed, but they don't. And it's sort of like a relapse, because talking about like boys or whatever, like in her case, and doing something about it. I mean, I don't. I mean, it's like weird, because online dating is. I don't know, man. It's not the kind of thing. I never did it, and I don't think about doing it. It's not the kind of thing that is for me, because that's like an ultimate surrender. And I've heard about so much stories, not only from her. I heard a lot of stories from her, but from other people. But I'm getting out of track. But the reason why these people don't want to do anything necessarily with their lives, they do want to, but they never had a strong reason, or really a reason that is greater than their own to do. Because yeah, like, what happens if I get what I want, or like, what happens, like, oh, are they gonna live happy ever after? No, it doesn't really work like that. There's gonna be a lot of complications or communications, and in the relationship, and things that happen. A lot of people, the reason why it sort of falls out, and like all of these like promises that they make to themselves just become like sorry ass new year resolutions, is because there's no real backbone to them. There's no real backbone to anything. It's just sort of like, basically, to me, it's like a one night stand with your own mind, with New Year's resolutions, because most people don't really follow them to suit, and the ones who do have reasons to back up for it. Like I remember making this was like one of my very first videos, just talking about this sort of situation, and I forgot what I was talking about in that situation. But ironically enough, in that video, I failed to do the exact New Year's resolution that I wanted to do, which was to be more consistent, which hasn't really happened yet. But I guess that I'm sort of developing it right now. But the reason why it's not exactly like a call out, like, yo guys, I'm gonna do this. No, you're not really gonna do anything, because your mind is already surpassed that point. You're already surpassed that point of success. But the reason why these people don't do it is not just because they're lazy. It's just because they don't. It's just that they don't know what the value of them is really worth. Because lazy people are really the most potentially competent people in the world. The problem with them is that they're just unwilling to do anything. They don't want to do anything because they don't feel the need to do anything that's greater for their own. But it's like a limbo state because they're content, but they're not satisfied. It's like the thing about it, it's like weird because it goes hand in hand, but it's not the same thing. For me, I would define content of like needing not to do more than you need to do. Satisfied is doing enough, like what you want to do, but you've like absolutely fulfilled. These people are not fulfilled, and the way to handle this is just to do like one thing that you really wanted to do, or like thought that you wanted to do, like build up over time. A good example of this is well, my YouTube channel, because before this point, and I know that I usually recite like my videos a lot. I do like all the time, but I like comparing myself to myself, and the reason that I do this is because it's the exact same habit that I had for my diaries and journals that I have before this. And matter of fact, what I'm talking about right now is derived from one of the journals that I made, just a few hours ago. And I talk about this in a sort of way to keep the things that I'm going to spread out my ideas. And doing this has made me do a lot more, things, be more efficient. And a lot of people, that's why for these kinds of people, I recommend journalism. Because journalism, or at least doing something, not everyone has to make their own YouTube channel, for Christ's sakes. But it's just that for journalism, because you can finally annotate what your mind was thinking past certain points. And I never really got, and people don't really ever get to that point. But I don't know what I'm talking about necessarily. But what do you guys think? I think what I'm just supposed to talk about, that lazy people are only just unwilling. They're not enabled. They're not physically enabled to do anything. They just don't have a purpose to do anything. And that's why I recommend journalism and finding a greater purpose, or finding something that you're naturally good at. I'm naturally good at doing this. I can talk well. I'm not really sure, but I'm good at I'm good at writing. I think the main reason why I do this in the kind of way, is because I'm not exactly in a free space. There's like 10 people in my house. But all right, anyways, what do you guys think about this? What thoughts about like laziness in general? Peace.